Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. Coming up, Bagri Dam spillage rescheduled to Monday, August 25. NADMO is calling for immediate evacuation of vulnerable communities. Twelve NDC aspirants set to vie for Tamale Central constituency seat after close of nominations.
The number so far is 14, and out of that, we've been told to have formally written to decline their intention to contest for the Tamale Central by-election. So far, we are having 12, even though 14 in our book.
Doma Traditional Council in the Bono region sets up task force to combat illegal logging in forest reserves.
As you may be aware by now, our forests have been besieged by criminal elements who wantonly harvest all species of timber, no matter their age or size. Pimensu Forest and that of Kwayabibrim in the Doma Enclave have not been.
8 persons arrested, machines seized in crackdown on Galamsey in Trimamponia in the Ashanti region.
As you can see, all the environment around the Offing River have been destroyed and disturbed. No proper ecosystem can exist here again. All the biodiversity in the river, along the river, and the river, River Offing watershed have been all destroyed and disturbed by these illegal miners.
We're grateful that you joined us for the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. We start off with the possible disaster and how to prevent it. And the annual spillage of the Bagri Dam will begin earlier than scheduled, with dam managers announcing Monday, August 25, instead of initial date of Wednesday, August 27. In a statement on Saturday, Sonabel, the dam's operators in Burkina Faso, said heavy inflows had pushed water levels up faster than expected. The Bagri Dam currently stands at 234.27 meters, about 90.24% of its capacity, just 0.73 meters below its maximum level. Similarly, the Kompianga Dam is nearly full to capacity at 177.90 meters, representing 79.36% of its fill level, and only 2.10 meters below its retention limit. Ahead of Monday's spillage, the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, has urged communities along the Black Volta Basin to evacuate immediately. NADMO warned that the exercise, which occurs annually, often triggers floods leading to displacement, fatalities, snake bites, and widespread destruction of farmlands. To some politics now, and at the close of nominations on Sunday, 14 candidates picked forms to contest the Tamale Central constituency, with 2 later withdrawing from the race. These are all from the National Democratic Congress, NDC. This leaves 12 aspirants, 3 females and 9 males, who are expected to complete and file their nomination forms on Thursday, August 28, which is particularly this year. Now, Channel 1 News' Northern Regional correspondent Shawana Yusuf has been following this story and has this more for us.
The by-election follows the tragic death of the former Member of Parliament for Tamale Central, Dr. Ibrahim Mohammed Murtala, who died in a helicopter crash along with 7 others. Although several names had been circulated on social media prior to the opening of nominations, most of those personalities did not eventually enter the race. Speaking at the close of nominations, the NDC Deputy Northern Regional Secretary, Ziblim Saka, attributed the withdrawal to the large number of aspirants who picked forms on the first day.
The number so far is 14, and out of that, we've been told to have formally written to decline their intention to contest for the Tamale Central by-election. So far, we are having 12, even though 14 in our books. And I'm sure because of the high number and the public cry, that's why most people are not coming back to pick again.
He explained that the number of candidates could reduce further or remain unchanged after vetting, scheduled for August 31st, 2025.
The information we are picking is that if somebody is having a dual citizenship, we wouldn't want to detain that. So there's a likelihood possible, but we're not certain for now. Until all of them present their forms, we will do all the necessary checks and balances. If all of them go through, then that means we have all of the 12 going through. But if not that, if there's any one or two problems, we have to look at it and disqualify. But we don't anticipate disqualifying anybody.
Mr. Saka also urged the over 1,550 delegates in the constituency to conduct themselves responsibly ahead of the primaries set for September 6, 2025. He appealed to them to elect a candidate capable of continuing the legacy of the late MP.
They shouldn't just look at the money. They should look at the person who has time, who has the humility, somebody who has the focus, somebody who can then perform a position as a member of parliament and possibly a minister as well.
For Channel 1 News, my name is Shawana Yusuf, reporting from the Northern Regional NDC Party office here in Tamale.
Let's remain with that story. We are joined via Zoom now to have a further conversation on this particular issue by Deputy Director of NDC's Elections and IT's Directorate, that's Rashid Tanko, to speak more on this particular issue. Rashid, you're welcome to Channel 1 Newsroom. How is your party, the NDC, preparing for the Tamale Central primaries ahead of the by-election schedule for September 30?
Very well, Sandra. Let me say good evening to you and your cherished viewers across the globe. Sandra, we are prepared for the 30th September by-election in Tamale Central. In fact, indeed, today, nominations have been closed for people to pick forms. The picking of forms closed today. And as my Deputy Regional Secretary rightly put it, 14 people have picked their nomination forms. I mean, this is just the first step. There are a series of steps that will be taken on. We'll now wait on 28th, which is Thursday, 28th August, to see among the 14 who submit his or her form to formally give meaning to the picking of the nomination. The fact that you pick nomination is just a step. I mean, if you don't file your nominations, then you are out of the race. So officially, we will wait on the Thursday, 28th, to see how many of them will officially come and file their nomination. After that, then we will now move further step to the vetting process, which will come on 31st August to assess their capabilities and competencies and qualifications as whether they are true blood NDC members in terms of our constitution, and also they are also qualified in terms of the national constitution. So we will assess them based on these constitutions to make sure that they are properly qualified. And then the people who are qualified through the vetting will now be subjected to the balloting, after which then we now have the election on the 6th.
14 is a very high number, isn't it? Many people are alarmed by that.
Well, it shows the level of confidence people have in NDC as of now. I mean, the work of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has enabled. In fact, a lot of people are so happy with it across the country. People are giving us thumb up for the 8 months we've been in government. The performance is top notch. And based on that, a lot of people want to be part and parcel of the governance structure of the NDC. I mean, so I'm not surprised this number skyrocketed. I mean, it shows confidence that, yes, the government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is performing well. I mean, the former MP did well. All of them are clamoring to be in his shoe, to continue his legacy and all that. I mean, it marks confidence for us.
The contrary position is that it actually shows that his fellow party members in his constituency are not showing sympathy at all. It's as if they were waiting for him to go and the clamor to replace him. Many people were saying that it's incredulous.
Sandra, I hold different view. I mean, it's a democratic process. Of course, we are mourning within the mourning period, but Electoral Commission came out with a statement and gave a timeline when they will pick a nomination to replace him. And then we have to wait within our internal structures to get a candidate to represent us in that election. And then so we have no luxury of time to wait than to open it within this period. I mean, so, and opening it, of course, you should expect people who want to test their strength before the delegates to see whether the delegates will look on their face. Okay. It's a delegates conference. We've had, and I can assure you, yes.
We've had that 2 persons have withdrawn. Is that a strategy you'll be using to perhaps reduce the number?
Well, that's why I'm saying that on the 28th of August, which is Thursday, the filing is from morning up to evening. We would have known those who actually submit their nominations. Okay. That will inform our further action. Okay. To see those who can go through the process of vetting. I mean, so for the numbers, we are not perturbed because anybody can buy the form. I mean, even those who are in NPP, PNC and all that can decide to go and buy it for one money. We'll sell it for you. But the vetting will indicate whether you are qualified to contest or not. Okay. I mean, so the numbers don't worry us much, but the process that will indicate who qualifies to be on our ballot paper.
Considering that you don't have your opponents running in this election, would it not be an opportunity for you to select a candidate, trusting that that will be the best person to deal with all the problems that you may have, rather than open this up for a contest where you are going to have 12 camps campaigning, and if one of them wins, you never know whether you can trust the remaining camps?
Sander, I don't trust our opponent at all. I've been saying it time and again. In fact, just this week, one of their presidential aspirants indicated that he doesn't understand why they are not contesting the Tamale Central by-election. And he's serious about it. I mean, that has been their posture. I mean, they did it in Ablekumanov. They came out with a press statement and said they were not, a press conference and said they were not contesting Ablekumanov. Sander, you and I saw what happened last minute. They jumped into the fray and they were in there. So this Tamale Center, until nominations are filed on the 8th of September, and we don't see Kukurudu there or Elephant there, then I can trust that they are not participating. But for now, hearing statements from their senior party leaders, even presidential aspirants, talking about the Tamale reasons why they don't understand why they will not be participating, I cannot trust them for now. But we are battle ready. We want to assess them. We want to use the delegate system. I mean, as social democrats, we will want the people to assess themselves. Let the people decide for us who should lead the party in that constituency. I mean, we don't want to go that route. At FEC level, it was discussed thoroughly, and we all took the decision that let's allow contest, like how we did for Akwatia, and had our candidate. It's been very peaceful out there. The 3 of them are working together closely. I mean, this one to the people who assess. Okay. It will be free and fair. It will be very transparent. And I can assure you, we will have a very transparent process.
In a little over a week, we are going to Akwatia for that by-election. How is that panning out? We are told that you have been deploying bigwigs into the constituency. Is that a strategy you are deploying to Akwatia?
Yes, I mean, it's a communal labor. We consider Akwatia as communal labor. And indeed, this week, you are even going to see more representation of party bigwigs in the constituency. We are not going to relent on in that area. We are going to make sure that we sell the good work of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to the good people of Akwatia and let them know that, look, they need to be part and parcel of the reset agenda. In fact, it's a necessary need for them. They must be part and parcel of it, because other constituencies are enjoying it. And so this week, you will see party bigwigs in government and in the party area. Everybody is going to swarm in their constituency around so that to make sure that we sell the good news to them and protect the interests of the party on the 2nd of September, because we are expecting a massive win for Lawyer Badiako. That is what we are expecting to do. We want to hand MPP a heavy defeat over there. Very well. And they will get to know that we are ready for battle come September 2nd.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Rashid Tanko. He is Deputy Director of Elections for the National Democratic Congress. And now let's talk about someone who is in Akwatia, a party bigwig. The Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, has reiterated government's commitment to ensuring a free and fair election in the upcoming Akwatia by-election scheduled for September 2. He gave the assurance during a courtesy call on the Chief of Achim Wenchi, where he also introduced and campaigned for the NDC parliamentary candidate.
kyerɛ no ama me ho adwiri me nanso ɔsɛ wo ɛhyɛ ɔbɔ sɛ yɛnnu hwɛmmɔ momfa saa akonnwa yi ɛmfa mu yɛ ne yɛhwɛ ne yɛbɛfim aba na ɔkyena yɛde nsa hɔ aka ho asɛm nyame hyira wo bebree.
You're watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead, Doma Traditional Council in the Bono region sets up task force to combat illegal logging in forest reserves. More on that in a bit. Please stay with us.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come. Let's go!
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial *759#. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
In Ghana, West Africa, the mornings are somewhat, if not for the perfect companion. What a good day to start. It's always smiles knowing we are together. Work is always effective with NASCO home appliances. No wahala, if the sun is up, we there for your appetite. Never a dull moment to go for something chill. And Nijepa, I want NASCO fear. NASCO, bring home happiness.
Sister, me dad, dear Betsy, Biana, me, I'm Shishimi. I could eat that. Me many tears, I'm in the second of a set. You made us with it. Sika, sit here to the moon. Did you see a moon? Baggy the one, yeah. Remember, be free. So, what you say bag number? One number to show. Wow. That's a minute from you. I'm sorry.
You're welcome back. Now, illegal logging continues to endanger large portions of the Mpampesu and Kwaibibrim forest reserves in the Doma Central Municipality of the Bono region. Despite years of interventions to stop the destruction, persistent efforts to address the menace have so far yielded little success, leaving vast sections of the reserves badly depleted. In a decisive move, the Doma Traditional Council, under the leadership of Osajifo Osiadieyo Ajimambedu II, has formed a special task force to intensify the fight against illegal logging. The Osajifo Forest and Timber Protection Committee, chaired by Berima Ose Chumesi Bekwe, has introduced fresh measures to safeguard the forests.
The Mpamasu and Kwabibrim forest reserves, which stretch across the Doma Central Municipality in the Bono region, are facing severe degradation as illegal chains operators continue unchecked. To halt the destruction, the newly formed committee has placed an outright ban on the use of improvised tricycles, a major means of transporting illegally harvested timber.
As you may be aware by now, our forests have been besieged by criminal elements who wantonly harvest all species of timber, no matter their age or size. Mpemesu Forest and that of Kwaibibrim in the Doma enclave have not been spared. These forests in Doma are among the hardest hit in this regard. With immediate effect, all makeshift motorcanes and light vehicles adapted for use in carting lumber are prohibited on all roads, paths, and bushes across the Doma traditional area. All illegal farming activities in the forest must cease forthwith. In this vein, chiefs of the peripheral towns within the forest areas must ensure that their subjects refrain from these practices.
Committee Chairman Berima Ose Chumesi Bekwe stressed that the move is crucial to curbing illegal activities and called on the government to provide additional support for forest protection efforts. He further appealed to residents to collaborate with authorities to preserve what remains of the natural environment.
As a matter of policy and agency, the government is called upon to arm the Forestry Commission's guards with assault rifles to combat armed perpetrators within our forests. In the interim, government is called upon to establish police and military camps within and at the immediate peripheries of the forests. As a primary function of the police, they must enforce all laws against perpetrators without let. In that vein, we call upon the police to immediately begin to arrest all persons identified or linked to recent forest violence and attacks.
Meanwhile, some community members have welcomed the initiative, expressing hope that the measures will help restore the forest reserves.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect steps Ranam have taken, because the depletion is devastating, very, very devastating. I went there myself with Osaji for the Dr. Ajwambodu last 3 weeks, to be precise, and it was a nice show.
In fact, it's a very good one, and we welcome it. It is said that when the last tree dies, the last one also dies. We are all going to support Nananum because it is a very good one to support them and protect and preserve our forests for posterity.
With the increasing destruction of forest reserves across the country from galamsey and illegal logging, leaders in Doma have shown that using local action could also be used to curtail these menace. From Doma Inkro, Michael Saponinfum, Channel 1 News.
Let's remain with the environment, and the Chumamponia District Security Council has declared an unyielding fight against illegal mining and pledged to sustain efforts to clamp down on the menace. Led by the District Chief Executive and Chairman of the Security Council, Ishaq Ibrahim, a joint task force swooped on illegal miners operating along the Agogoso and Ofen rivers near Nyinahini in the Ashanti region. 8 persons were arrested in the operation, while 15 Changfang machines, more than 150 makeshift tents, 100 pumping machines, 15 detectors, and 1 excavator were seized for destruction. Channel 1's Ashanti Regional correspondent Tawfiq Mohammed was there for us.
As the national fight against illegal mining gathers momentum, the Chumamponia District Security Council is intensifying its crackdown to protect the environment and water bodies in the area. During a joint security operation led by DCE Ishaq Ibrahim, the task force stormed mining sites along the Agogoso of Fen rivers, arresting suspects and dismantling their equipment. Mr. Ibrahim lamented the destruction of water bodies and farmlands by illegal miners, stressing that the aim of the operation is to sanitize and preserve the rivers, which serve thousands of residents in the district.
As you can see, all the environment around the Ofen River have been destroyed and disturbed. No proper ecosystem can exist here again. All the biodiversity in the river, along the river, and the river, River Ofen watershed have been all destroyed and disturbed by these illegal miners. So today we started official operation to ensure that nobody, no miner who is into illegal mining get access to destroy our water bodies and environment around us.
He cautioned illegal miners to desist from their activities and urged residents to support the campaign to rid the district of the menace.
And whenever we come, any equipment at the site will be destroyed. Those that we can move out to the police station will be moved out to the police station. But those we see, we can't move them out. That's why we are destroying them. To serve a deterrent to the others who are working around the Ofen body, who are doing illegal mining in the district, should take note and move out before we get to their site.
Now, traders along the Ashaiman traffic light stretch are raising concerns over a directive asking them to vacate, arguing that they provide essential services to commuters and residents. The Ashaiman Municipal Assembly has ordered all traders to relocate to a newly designated market to ease pedestrian and vehicular movement. Channel 1 News' Elizabeth Kabuki Okanse has been engaged in both traders and authorities and now reports.
The Ashiama Municipal Assembly has launched a decongestion exercise to clear hawkers, traders, and Okada riders operating on pavements and roads within the municipality. 1 week into the exercise, Channel 1 News team observed notable improvements along the Ashiama traffic lights. The once congested walkways leading to the main station have been cleared, creating weird free-flowing space for both pedestrians and vehicles. But for some displaced traders and Okada riders, the directive has come at a cost. They say their livelihoods have been badly affected. Though the assembly has provided an alternative market space, many argue it is inadequate, pushing some back into unauthorized trading spots.
It was 2 days after, before we know, they said we should take our things. We are living here. We said we are living here to where? We went and asked him. He said no, we should go to the Kufo station. He sent us to that place. When we went there, there is no space at that place.
Yeah, do also bebre. San Crawford so answer on bear market in Crawford wo dada. Answer on besi sa stores no. Inti San Crawford no mo dada no. Ah yen ye kokan on ho no. Ye be ko ho ana.
And they are sacking we. We are not going to allow anybody to intimidate us. We the Okada people, we are not going to allow anybody to intimidate us from Monday going.
Some drivers, however, welcomed the move, saying it has eased traffic congestion and improved road safety. They urge authorities to strictly enforce the directive to prevent traders from returning.
By a bumpire say, a money yes, one day so, and I say 5 minutes so. It's some microphone as about the same place. And when I say, almost per se, to Poma and Ninja, says, and I'm weird there, almost.
For the more frequent word, Yamapa, Amaquanuma Mobie, who calls Ombre. Omo hyper, or a bed baby crown who may be over. Not traffic baby, in this Ashmani, when assembly Moyaria, Mukoso Yajman.
Municipal Chief Executive Freeman Chekpo told Channel 1 News that measures are in place to ensure the sustainability of the exercise and to keep hawkers permanently off the streets.
But what are we looking at as a municipal assembly? We are looking at access, creating access, then also promoting safety. As we have it now, a lot of the traders are taking over the pedestrians' walkways, and then the pedestrians are competing with the cars, and we have cars knocking people on the way. Fortunately for us, we've been able to put up a new modern market. So while we are doing this decongestion, we are making sure that we are packing the new market so that trade, commerce will go on in the new market.
Meanwhile, traders who have moved to the designated market complain of low sales and appeal to the assembly to set up public education and enforcement to encourage customers to patronize the new facility.
Market, ye problem in yani say, omro maba. Ni pombe to ade no mo infa. Ni pombe to ade no mo infa. Entity say aban bode ro yie. Say Ashama nyina so ma bu new market wa ha. Na manfo nya kombe to ade.
Ade ni say near what traffic. Ba mu pese yam bra Kufo station ye beto ade. Se say ya ba nso krofon ba ya genu ma ya cabbage, ya carrot, gene na esese ya kan ko na da so.
Since Tuesday me ba ha. Bag ba kopo minto bi. De bia mi fa kana ma betena ha. Minton ade bia na masa sori akofie. Eno so na eguso na bebi e de ya be hye nso.
The MC further revealed that the new market would soon be officially commissioned. He stressed that trading along the Ashiama traffic light stretch and other streets would no longer be tolerated, citing health and sanitation concerns.
Some of the women have settled in the market, but others have not. We all know that if we will succeed, everybody must go to the market. And if everybody is in the market, then all buyers will also go to the market in order to buy. So the exercise is continuing to ensure that we push everybody to the market.
So this is the new market that the Assembly has dedicated for traders who are selling on the streets and pavement of the Ashama traffic light. But the question is that they have refused to come to this particular market. They are reporting that they are making low sales here, and they are pleading with the government to educate the people to know that this market is in section. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I am Elizabeth Kabuki Okansi.
And here in our studios at number 5, Ola Hansen Lena Tessano in Accra, I am Umaru Sandamadu. You're watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead. Ashanti Regional Security Council launches investigations into disputed mining site at Tontokrum. More on that when we come back. Please stay with us.
Hey, Ghana. So you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the grades. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come. Let's go!
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial star 759 hash. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
You're welcome back. Now, 5 people have been reported dead following a violent land dispute at Binyiri, a community in the Sola district of the Savannah region. According to District Chief Executive Sekina Saka, 3 others are in critical condition, while 6 sustained various machete wounds in the clash over a parcel of land. Heavy security has since been deployed to the area to restore calm. He is the District Chief Executive for Sola, Sekina Saka, speaking to Channel 1 News on this matter. Now, the Ghana Immigration Service repatriated 925 undocumented migrants on May 17, 2025 in a nationwide swoop to decongest the streets. Barely 3 months on, many of them are resurfacing, raising concerns among citizens about the sustainability of the crackdown. Channel 1 News' Melody Fafa-Kpotofe has gone back to investigate.
At about 6 a.m. on May 16, 2025, officers of the Ghana Immigration Service swept through major streets of Accra.
Operation Get Off the Street. There was a similar situation. It happened not 3 years ago or less. And we are here, it's bigger. They came back with a bang. So I don't think we should be excited.
A day later, 925 undocumented migrants comprising 819 Nigerians and 106 Nigerians, most of them engaged in street begging, were rounded up and repatriated. The service assured that more would follow. But just 3 months on, many of them are back. Their return is marked by the familiar scenes of children running between cars and pestering pedestrians. Frustrated road user Selassie Koka, who narrowly avoided hitting one of the children, says he is tired of seeing them on the streets.
Mami for no to me yeah we now ba share pure tapu. Inkoramu ko bisas kan pa na mo age afi omo nsem. Wow, ya ba chi omo akọ mo asa ba bio. Se obi abanu e bibi found na ya ba chi omo ko bio. Omo ha adwin, omo amafo adwin too much.
Efforts over the years to fully repatriate child beggars and their families have achieved little success. Experts point to regional insecurity and instability in the Sahel as major push factors.
We cannot take care of our own people. What about the foreigners? I know people migrate to other places for greener pastures, but I think them being on the streets is just not a good idea. So I think governments or any individual who has the influence, who can challenge us or other people to bring funds together and create a rehabilitation center for most of these people. I think that should be, or that's one of the way forward for these people, especially those who were, taken out of the country, the foreigners, and now they are back because there's nothing to write home about in their own country.
Circle here is our main middle or this thing. Every place we are going, you used to pass circle. If you are passing the circle, you see the people are begging. They are holding your dress. Maybe you dress, you are going to work, and they are holding you. Sorry to use this word. If they are going to private safe, they go inside the rubber and then they take it, they throw it away. They sit any place, they eat, they leave the rubbish over there, they dump the. See, things they are doing over there is not fine. But we are seeing you going up and down. But then the child people, they came back again. So Mayor, please, this is your court. So what are you doing now? We are watching you.
Right now, I just saw them around. I was like, haven't they gone back to where they are supposed to be?
Member of Parliament for Binduri and a member of the Defense and Interior Committee, Isifu Mahmood says it is time for Ghana to tighten its borders and strictly enforce the Immigration Act 2000, Act 573.
These people, the hawkers, all our beggars on our street, who are foreigners that we are talking about, they are common. Everywhere they are there. And so the laws are there. It comes back to the issue of enforcement. And so we should not allow the state agency who is responsible to ensure that these street hawkers are not fined.
3 months in and they are back on the street. Citizens are asking, what is the way forward? How best can we tackle this menace? Citizens are further calling that stringent measures to be taken to ensure that these beggars are taken off the streets. Reporting for Channel 1 News, Melody Fafa-Kpotofe.
Now, the Ashanti Regional Security Council has launched investigations into the ownership of a disputed mining site at Tontokrom in the Amansie South District, where tensions persist between residents and Asanko Gold Mines Limited. During a visit to the site, the council tasked the Minerals Commission and the Environmental Protection Agency to probe the root cause of the long-standing conflict while urging calm among residents.
For years, youth in the area have clashed with Asanko Gold Mines, which accuses them of encroaching on its legally acquired concessions. In 2024, violence erupted between locals and private security guards protecting the company's concession, leading to the deaths of 3 people. Recently, residents raised concerns about the alleged deployment of military personnel by the mining firm, vowing to resist any such move. The site, still at the center of the dispute, continues to attract illegal mining activities by some youths. The Ashanti Regional Minister, who led the Security Council delegation, appealed for calm and directed that persons below 18 years be barred from the mining site.
Anyone who is below the age of 18 is not expected to be involved in any form of labor whatsoever. Yes, so chairman and assemblyman, as a matter of urgency, they all have to leave the site. Yes, the second issue has to do with the abandoned pits that were around. As a matter of urgency, let's cover them up because they may serve as death trap.
He assured that the council will engage all stakeholders to find a lasting solution to the dispute.
Hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday, we would have a first meeting with the community leaders, the reps from Asanko, the rep from Mencom, and the rep from EPA. I have clearly stated what, as a government, we can do.
Opinion leaders and residents of Tontokrom are calling on the government to intervene to address the long-standing tension between the community and Asanko Mines Limited. The residents are also calling on the government to provide sustainable mining avenues for the teeming youth in this community. Hafiz Tijani, Channel 1 News, Tontokrom.
Now, officials of the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, in the Ashanti West region are raising alarm over the increasing practice of customers swapping official meters with fake ones in a bid to dodge bill payments. Officials confirm that some offenders have already been arrested and prosecuted, while investigations continue to clamp down on others engaging in the illegal act. Channel 1 News' Ashanti Regional Correspondent Doris Lonta has more.
For years, ECG has battled revenue losses from customers deliberately evading bill payments. Although the company rolled out a smart prepaid metering system to curb the challenge, some customers continue to exploit loopholes by replacing genuine ECG meters with counterfeit ones. Regional authorities describe the situation as deeply troubling, stressing that it threatens the company's revenue mobilization drive.
The main meter that they've received from ECG, once there is debt on it, then they throw that meter away and go for these illegal meters, and they place it there. So lately we've been identifying a lot of foreign or fake meters on the field. Customers who have such meters are a lot. They are a lot, and you see they've even coined a term for it, assemblyman meter.
Despite improved and relatively stable power supply in recent months, ECG Ashanti West says it is scaling up efforts to enhance power supply in the Barikesi enclave, where one of Ghana Water Company's key plants is situated, to guarantee reliable water distribution.
Despite people commending us, it doesn't mean we should relent. No, we are still doing more. As we speak, we are undertaking a massive project that will improve power supply to customers within the Barikesi stretch. And this project is only going to benefit ECG. It's also going to benefit Ghana Water, because Ghana Water supplies Greater Kumasi from the Barikesi headworks.
Meanwhile, the president of the Federation of Kumasi Traders, Nana Kwesi Prempe, has urged ECG to maintain stable and sustainable power supply to support trading activities across the region.
KJT is an enclosed area, so it always needs illumination. So if there is no power supply, definitely
people will not enter into the market, and even those who pass through the market will not see the specific product that they intend buying from our shops. KJT has about 7,203 local shops. So if there is no electricity, definitely it affects us. That is why we are pleading with ECG that though there have been some marginal stability, we pray that it should be sustainable so that it will help us.
Authorities at ECG Ashanti West have indicated that they will not relent in prosecuting defaulters as part of effort to improve power supply. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Doris Lonta, Ashanti region.
Now, the Ghana Central Municipal Assembly has pledged its commitment to supporting and implementing policies aimed at improving the lives of persons with disabilities. According to the Municipal Chief Executive Emmanuel Adote, the government has taken decisive steps to promote the inclusion of persons with disabilities across various sectors of the country. There's more in the following report.
Persons with disabilities are often perceived as a burden on families, society, and even the nation. Equipping this group to become self-reliant has therefore become crucial. In response, the Ghana Central Municipal Assembly has provided support to PWDs through the District Assembly Common Fund allocation. Items such as deep freezers, barbering equipment, and fufu pounding machines were presented to help beneficiaries enhance their livelihoods. Speaking at an event to hand over the items, Emmanuel Adote, the municipal chief executive, stressed that the assembly is committed to implementing all government policies aimed at improving the lives of persons with disabilities, ensuring that they are not sidelined within the municipality.
Through these tools, we hope to build our capacity to start, grow, or sustain your businesses, and by so doing, achieve a measure of economic independence and dignity. The government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has shown commitment to disability inclusion from the passage of disability-friendly policies. An example is the free tertiary education for all persons with disabilities, to the empowerment of local assemblies to implement programs like this. We are on the right path, but more must be done.
Chairman of the Disability Fund Disbursement Committee, Joshua Addy, noted that persons with disabilities contribute about 7% to the country's GDP growth. He stressed the importance of government recognizing and supporting their efforts.
Ghana, as we all live in, we have a role to play to contribute to the growth of our GDP. Persons with disability contribute 7% to the GDP growth. Hence, if all other partners contribute for us to achieve the 93% of the GDP growth, and persons with disability does not contribute, we will not get to the 100% we are looking for.
Now, the University of Education, Winneba UAW, has reaffirmed its commitment to improving access for persons with disabilities as part of its new strategic plan. The initiative, which focuses on infrastructure expansion, environmental sustainability, and academic excellence, aims to strengthen inclusion on all its campuses. Central Regional Correspondent Akwatia has more in this report.
Founded in 1992 through the merger of 7 colleges and granted full autonomy in 2004, the University of Education, Winneba, has grown into Ghana's foremost institution for training educators. Currently, UAW enrolls about 61,000 students. However, authorities say the university is determined to widen access further, particularly for students with disabilities. The institution's 2025 to 2030 strategic policy will prioritize infrastructure upgrades, environmental sustainability, excellence in teaching and research, and overall institutional strengthening. Officials say deliberate steps will also be taken to make campuses more disability-friendly, close gender gaps, and enhance the effectiveness of distance learning.
The first pillar is the pursuit of excellence in teaching, learning, and research, the very soul of our existence. As a university tasked with producing educators, we must set the highest standard to equip our graduates in shaping minds and societies. The second pillar of the strategic plan focuses on strengthening the institution. The third pillar is our moral compass, anchored on access, equity, and inclusion. We are driven by a principle that education must be a universal right, not a privilege reserved for the few. In this vein, we commit to expanding access for persons with disabilities, the underprivileged, marginalized groups, making provisions for vulnerable populations, bridging the gender gap, and strengthening the delivery of distance education and e-learning.
Delivering a speech on behalf of the Minister for Education, Dr. Emmanuel Newman pledged government's continued support for UAW. He stressed that government remains committed to sustaining initiatives such as the no-fee policy for first-year university students and other programs that align with UAW's vision, including free tertiary education for persons with disabilities.
Further, this government is committed to ensuring social protection through the implementation of new interventions, including the non-academic fee policy for first-year students in public tertiary institutions and free tertiary education for persons with disabilities. In fact, first-year students have already received a refund.
This 5-year strategic policy would serve as the bedrock for providing an accessible education for all. For the Channel 1 Newsroom, I am Akwasi Ado, UAW, Winneba.
Now, the Minister for Works and Housing and Water Resources have reaffirmed the government's commitment to tackling the perennial flooding challenges in Kumasi. Expressing concern over the significant financial losses incurred annually, the minister assured that proactive measures are being rolled out under the President's resetting agenda to help mitigate the situation. Channel 1 News' Ashanti Regional Correspondent Fatih Aminu Ibrahim reports.
Research shows that millions of dollars are lost each year due to persistent flooding in Kumasi alone. According to the Minister for Works and Housing, Kenneth Gilbert Eji, the situation is unacceptable and requires urgent intervention. Speaking at a stakeholder validation workshop organized in collaboration with the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council and officials from selected metropolitan and municipal assemblies in the Greater Kumasi metropolitan area, the minister outlined government's plans to develop a comprehensive flood mitigation project for the region.
The whole thing is very disheartening. Looking at the amount of money that the country is losing as a result of floods, it's something that it really hurts. That's part of the reason why you see us here, so that we can curtail it. We are able to do this project after the assessment. Definitely this thing is going to cease. I'm sure for you to see me here, even indicates that the government is committed with this project.
The minister added that addressing Kumasi's flooding concerns remains a top priority under the government's resetting agenda.
And if you listen to my speech, it's part of the government's resetting agenda to ensure that we bring an end to flooding in most of our urban areas, of which Kumasi plays very key.
For Channel 1 News, I am Fatih Amin Ibrahim, Ashanti.
Well, that's how we wrap up on the Channel 1 Newsroom. Visit our website, channel1news.com, for information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel 1 TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel 1 TV. You can go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and download the CNR app. I am Umaru Sandamado. It's been great coming your way. Thank you so much for watching us.